We often say that it's enough, but your group was down to 8 players with one of them on a minutes restriction. Just in terms of the gritty wins that your team has put together this season, how impressive was that?
That was probably one of the most impressive ones that we've had. And I just told them in the locker room, it's grit. It's all about the grit. And then one of our coaches just mentioned in there, just like, we're just relentless. Relentless no matter what's happening within the game. Just continue to play, continue to fight, continue to make the right plays. And each person stepped up in their own way, whether that be the defensive end, which I'm so proud of how they continue to guard down the stretch, 22-point fourth quarter for them. But each man that was available was able to step in and play the right minutes and contributed.
Jamahl, we know that free throws are a big portion of your guys' offensive identity. You guys were 7 of 14 after 3 quarters and then finished 12 of 14 in the fourth quarter. What does it say about your guys to, keep the confidence in getting to the line, knowing that that's what you guys want to do, even though you guys weren't shooting it well to begin?
That's part of the grit. I mean, that's what you look at. You say, okay, you're not making them in these moments, but you got to put that behind you and focus on the moment when you need to knock them down. Now, you'd love to make them all game, and we're going to continue to work on those. But when it's the time to go get it, you step up and knock them down. And that's, again, the Orlando Magic are gritty, they're relentless, and just found a way to will ourselves to that game. And that's, I'll keep repeating it, that's who this group has become, and that's the identity of where they are.
Speaking of grit, Jonathan getting 5 offensive rebounds, getting that big offensive rebound off of one of those missed free throws. What's it say about him to be able to stick with things and to be that big of a presence on the boards with Goga out and then with some of his shooting struggles this year?
I think guys are just finding ways to contribute. We say by committee, and what that means is whatever it takes to help this team find a way to success, whatever it means to help this team find a way to get a win. If it's offensive rebounding at the right time, if it's knocking free throws down at the right time, if it's taking the big shot, making the big shot, getting a big stop when it counts. I was just so proud of that last possession. We switched everything up. They got a 5-second call. They had no timeouts left. That is the fight and the determination of this group to find a way to win.
Have you ever seen a game-clinching 5-second violation like that before? And just what does that say about your group? That's kind of how you clinched it, even though you're up 4, but there were still 9 seconds left.
I really do just believe it's who we are. It's happened throughout the league. Other teams have had it happen. We've probably had it happen to us as well. But it says a lot about this group in this moment. Like you just said, the 12 for 14 down the stretch. That's the mental focus to finish the game. Get a 5-second count. Execute the defensive game plan because it's about focusing and winning the game. And I think that's just. It says so much, again, about this group of players, this group of coaches that continue to put these guys in position to be successful. You cannot say enough, and you can't say how proud of this group, we are, that I am, again. And then when we got the stops and we were making the momentum shift, that's how important these fans are to us, because you can hear the building chanting defense. You can hear the building getting the momentum going on our side, and that means more than you guys can even imagine.
Coach, I just got done talking to Coach Nurse, and he had said that watching Anthony Black drive in, he was kind of surprised to see step up the way that he did in this particular game. Is this kind of the culmination of him being more aggressive, and now the challenge for him to be more consistent?
I don't know who asked me this the other night, was like, is this what we expect to see out of Anthony Black? And I think that answer is absolutely yes. When he is aggressive, when he's playing downhill, when he's attacking the basket, when he's rebounding, when he's pushing the break, I think he's hard to guard. He's hard to stop. He's attacking the basket at 6'9", getting to the rim all the way. I just think he played tremendous basketball, played the right way, and then he guarded. Again, we were down to 8 guys, and each one of these guys that stayed in the game played their tails off in order to find a way to get the win.
Is Tristan feeling, and how much of a wrench did that throw in your plans?
It threw, I couldn't tell you how many wrenches it threw in the game plan. But his illness, he's getting rest now, and then, Goga's got the right hip contusion. So we're going to just continue to see how we can patch these guys up, get the rest that's necessary, and then be able to get on to Milwaukee and look at the next game. But we'll celebrate this one tonight for the way that these guys played, how hard they played. And it was a good birthday gift for Sid Powell and Alex Martins.
What did you think of how Paolo played?
I thought he was great. I thought he was great. I think there were times in the game where they were throwing different defenses at him, and I think he did a great job of registering what they were doing, mixing it up, boxing one, zone, double teams, him as a screener, not letting them get to the screen. I think he kept a great poise about him, and he was always trying to make the right play. If you notice the passes he was making, some of them got hit and touched out of bounds. And again, that's part of what we've got to do to make sure that we put him in the right position for guys to be able to get open for him. But I think he played the right way, was trying to make the right pass, and never forced it when he didn't need to.
Was his minutes limit tonight 27 or 26?
I went over by a minute and 6 seconds. I went 32 last.